Hey, thanks for tuning in. I wanted to give you a little bit of information ahead of our upcoming event. Our event is on the 31st of January. You're going to want to make plans to attend, and you're going to want to get your name in early because we have a limit of 100 seats this time. That's what the room we have holds, and so make sure you get your spot. I wanted to address today something that is of concern for many people. The S&P 500 this morning hit 2702, so it hit 2700 for the first time. I wanted to put that in context a little bit to help you understand why that isn't something that you should be concerned with. Number one, just because the S&P hit 2,700 and hit an all-time high at the very beginning of this year doesn't mean it couldn't do the same thing next year. There are many years in the past where the S&P 500 rose years in a row, 10, 15 years in a row, that it was just higher than the year before. So we never know what's coming just because we have a high year. Secondly, I want to give you perspective on what this means for your portfolio. If you look at your entire portfolio, and let's say, for example, you're in a growth portfolio where you have 75% of your money in stocks and 25% of your money in bonds. This portion would be international, roughly 33%. This portion would be US, roughly 43%, 42%. 5 or 6% of that is in the S&P 500. Now, the agreement you have with us is that when the S&P 500 grows, so when it expands here, we will sell off the expanded piece and redistribute it among those portions of your portfolio that have not done as well. And remember, correlation says that these asset classes oftentimes move in different directions. So one of them is moving up. We have something we can often purchase on the lower end. And so just because this is happening to the S&P 500 right now doesn't mean we're going to let this become an ever-expanding position in your portfolio. We will not let a bubble be created. Now, that agreement is very important. Our investment policy statement says that that's what we're going to do on your behalf. You need to have agreements with us. We need to have agreements with you. This is going to be the topic of our next conversation on January 31, on Wednesday in a few weeks. Really want you to attend. These are the 5 agreements for successful investors. This is only one of them. There are 4 others that are very important. So I want you to join us on the 31st. Call the office today and reserve your seats. You can bring guests as well. This is open to guests, so look forward to seeing you there. Thanks.